Hello everyone. It's been a while, but I'm having a bit more time nowadays, so I decided to trade today. Recently I stopped trading because I just had a, hold on. Sorry, give me 1 second. I don't start trading until 9:40, 9:45 anyway, so. But I'm gonna explain what I'm trading. It's gonna be a very high frequency model. Okay. Sorry, I was putting in another position for a second model I trade. But anyways. How's everybody doing? I see I have 2 people watching the stream. Welcome back to the stream. It's been a while. I just want to make sure my mic works. Yeah, it does. Okay. Be a bit louder. Yeah, I did. I traded NLP. Of course. Did you? It was first model. I think it lost though. Yeah. NLP lost. NLP hasn't really been performing well. It went on a big losing streak. And then it started winning again recently, and then last week had no trades for it. But I've started trading another model, which is very similar to. That was good. You avoided a loss. I've started trading another model, which is very similar to my one of my oldest models. The first model I ever found consistency on. I called it baby food because it's essentially a 2025 model. What I've been doing all year, except I'm just looking at any 5-minute swing. It doesn't matter. As long as there's a 5-minute price swing, it doesn't matter if it's nice. There just needs to be a swing low with a body in the opposing direction. And then I would go in short. So as soon as I see a short-term low like this one, I immediately go in the 1-minute chart, look at the first 1-minute inverse value gap. I go long with, this would be a 15-point stop. And I go for 2-hour. I'm going to be doing it on Bitcoin because I think just, like Bitcoin right now is just a lot more trades. I've been doing it on Bitcoin. It's been going pretty well actually. Oh, I don't know about this. Just does not look like a nice market right now. It just looks slow. It's an example. And then I took this trade and this trade, and I missed this trade. This was while I was on the plane. I was coming back from Hawaii in the airport taking these, and this one I slept through it. But yeah, I'm gonna be executing from my phone though. Well, actually, I didn't even get stopped. Did I? Oh, no, I did. I got waked on the Bitcoin position, huh? Watch. But yeah, I don't start trading till like 9:45. So we'll see what happens then. sometimes I also go and look at this if I'm not sure, but yeah, basically I would have went long right on the close above the inverse fair value gap with a 200 point stop, aiming for our next 1 minute short term swing low. So it would have been just right here, but I don't trade until 9:40 or 45. Yeah, Bitcoin really wicked me out from my other model. Nasdaq, I use a smaller time frame than 1 minute though, because it's just not as fast as Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin is just way faster. The candles shouldn't look like this during the 9:30 opening. It should be more consistent. Turn off the opens. I'm hoping into next year I'll stream more because I'm not as busy as I thought I'd be. Just things changed. Which is good. But we have a 5 minutes swing high, but I need the bodies closed still, so I'm not gonna go short. I'm not gonna look to go short just yet. How come you didn't take the trade, Milani? Were you distracted? Probably. I have been trading. I haven't been uploading trade playbacks just because, like, I haven't been recording them. Most of the time, I've been trading. Well, NLP hasn't really been winning. Like, I can show you the recent trades. Or maybe it would be better if I just show this instead. So NLP kind of went in a big I don't know when I stopped trading, but I think it was sometime in early November, if I'm not mistaken. But it went on a huge losing streak, and I hadn't been trading, so I didn't take any of these trades up until I think like this week. And then this is the 13% bump is because I added a new model that I just started trading again. It's an old model I used to trade, but the reason why I wanted to trade this is because now that I have more time, I wanted to do something where there's a lot more trades. So if I show you what that would look like, instead of having a few trades every now and then, and obviously 2025 model was what I used to trade. Same thing with that. Like 2025 model hasn't really been showing up much, and it's there wasn't that many occurrences of it. So you can see if we remove the range rule and not a clean sweep, it occurred like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So not many times in a month. Lots of weeks we don't trade at all. We trade once, maybe twice, or we just have a loss. And I don't know. I didn't want to trade that and NLP because I'll still trade 2025 model on a separate account. I just wanted to find a model where I can have like trades every day and do it on a funded account. So that's what I'm doing right now. Apex had a 90% off sale last week, started it, so I bought an account and I've just been trading baby food on it. Because NLP and 2025 model don't really work for funded accounts. And then this is I've been logging trades for the baby food model. I don't know, it's the wrong one. In research, and you can see how many trades there are in a month. That's a lot of trades. And so yeah, the reason I haven't been recording any of these because one, I didn't take any, and I just was traveling a lot, not really, recording all my trades. Baby food is hard too to record because the trades could be like 5 minutes long, so it's hard for me to find a song and have the trade be long enough. And then I also don't enter on NLP on the same screen that I'm watching right here. I enter from my phone on MetaTrader, so that's also why I don't just record it. But in this coming year, if baby food prints a lot, I could record all the baby food trades and then do a playback at the end of the week, including all the wins and losses. That could be nice, and like last season, I'm just also really busy. Like I still have a lot of work to do. I make my own hours, but I'm still very busy. Wasn't distracted. Remember I told you I wouldn't trade LP for now until next year. Yeah. But I don't know. I'm just saying. That's not what you also just told me this morning. Like actually, let's start doing that now. Let me actually just log in instead of doing it from my phone. I need like maybe one more trade, maybe two to pass. The annoying thing about Bitcoin is the Bitcoin futures, Apex is like the only funded account that actually lets me trade it the way I want. But they take so much commission, it's crazy. Yeah. But why not trade NLP? If it's a profitable model, why not trade it? Like, if you're gonna trade, you might as well trade that, Like, it's so easy to do. You just need 5 minutes. No, Lonnie's scared of trading NLP because of the losing streak it's in. So yeah, this is the highlighter, so it's like my custom indicator, basically saying when I can start entering trades. But yeah, we already came down, swept this, inverse the fair value gap, so I'm not gonna go long anymore. We're gonna wait for a new sweep. How's your trading been though, Theo? There's the sweep. We just need the bodies to close. But if the 1 minute closes above and the 5 minute body hasn't closed yet, like sometimes if it's still beneath, I'll take the trade. It just depends if it pushes up here and it ends up at like 89,370 and versus a gap, or let's say it ends up here and it leaves a large wick on the 5 minute, I won't take it. But if the body was a little bit higher above that level where the high of the inverse fair value gap is, then I would still take it and hope that it will stay beneath the body of the price swing that it just took out. Yeah, seeming like we could maybe form another gap and we'd want to close above this one. This model right now is working really well on Bitcoin. So in the past month, it's worked really well. It's not like it won't work well every month. So I'm hoping it'll continue until a bit longer until things kind of change. But to kind of give more perspective on the model, it's mixed. Like not as good as 2025. The edge isn't as good as 2025 or NLP because you're going for low RR, but that's to be expected. The thing that will kill me is fees. Like that's really what's gonna hurt because the expectancy is 0.56. I only backtested though 3 months, so December, November, May, and January. January is a really bad month because of all the Trump stuff. May is a slow month too, so I'm not surprised that the edge is a little less. But just December, November alone, the edge was 1. So, yeah, that was not bad. If I remove, I thought, yeah, January. Let me remove January. And just include November. The expectancy jumps up to 0.78, nearly positive win rate. And if I just include December, expectancy is 1.34, so an amazing expectancy. And if I just include November, expectancy is 0.55. So 0.55 is still good. It's just that what you need to consider is 25% of my stop loss is being paid in commission. So if I have a $200 stop loss, I pay $52 around. So if I take 0.25 times the amount of trades, 48, that's 12 RR that I'm missing out on. That's 48 times 0.55, 26 RR. That's almost half of the profit in total that I make. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. So I only end up making 14.4 RR instead of 26 RR. I don't know if it's worth it long term because I don't know if I can write off the commissions that I pay since it's a prop firm. But right now it's better than nothing. I mean, I also trade with TopStep, but TopStep doesn't allow me once I'm funded to trade with more than 2 micros for Bitcoin or for anything. Even if they let you trade with 2 contracts, I could trade 1 contract, 2 contract, but I can't trade more than 1 micro or 2 micros. It's stupid. I've even asked, I've emailed them, be like, why is it like this? And they're like, oh, like it's just how it is. Like there's nothing we can do about it. We don't have plans to change it. It's crazy. But yeah, I don't know. Even lots of futures, actual like my old broker for my live account, they don't offer Bitcoin. So that's also why I was looking for a new broker, but I need to find a broker that clears its own trades, like Amp, that also offers Bitcoin. It's hard to do. There's not many. I don't even know if there is one, to be honest. Yeah, right now we're just falling. Usually I invalidate the sweep once we hit like a longer term low, and then look for another sweep. So as long as we pull back into this entire range here, I'm gonna just wait for an inverse fair value gap to go long on. What can also happen is, a few more 15 minutes go by, 30 minutes, and then we create like a pullback, and then we take that high out and continue to go lower. That would be nice. Because I think the bias is lower. Like I don't know. The markets have been very scary recently. Like just absolutely dumping every sort of, not every morning, but ever since like yesterday, it would just got. I think we're starting to pick a direction. So I was also looking at this using the ATR. Go to Bitcoin futures. We're at that point where we need to start having like a bounce, either higher or lower. So like the volatility spread is too wide. If you look at every time it was below the green line, it will come a point where it's gonna need to start making some directional move. You know, it doesn't spend much time below. It can spend a long time below it, but we're just in that kind of elevated area. So the green line kind of, look at where it was back here near all-time highs. Last time I put them in, it barely went beneath that green line. And when it didn't go far beneath, the volatility increased, it dumped until again volatility increased, and then it started a slight trend higher. Volatility stayed low, not much volatility, and then boom, spike volatility starting a downtrend. So I think we might be in a bear market for Bitcoin. That's why I haven't been buying any Bitcoin, but I've seen a lot of people say, oh my god, Bitcoin, it's now time, it's gonna go to the moon. So I don't know, I wasn't confident enough to put in any positions, but doesn't matter anymore. We're talking about trading here, not investing. I'm not a financial advisor, you gotta do your own research. I see a gap here, but this is just sad. It's just diddying lower. Yeah, better go to 80K. I placed the bet for that Bitcoin would reach 80K. Yeah, this is just kind of crazy. better trade NASDAQ today. NASDAQ would have had a really good trade for this model if we were trading 930, but okay, this might get inversed. Okay, there might be a trade. Get ready. Don't be distracted, Nolani, like you were, Noi. I'm in big trouble. God damn. This is one tough market. Yeah, it's so cooked. You think it's gonna go to 70K? What do you mean it's cooked? All in black? That's crazy. I think you should be back at break even for your Bitcoin bet. Because I think it was around 88K, 89K when I put in the bet for your account. Okay, we might have an inverse fair value gap. Go like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared taking this because what the fuck is Bitcoin doing? But the rules are the rules. Only way I won't take it is if it goes up too much. Yeah, close to the body, so I just don't feel comfortable this far away from the gap. It's just like a judgment call. Maybe if it was like here, then it would be okay. But I don't know. All it needs to do is just pull back just a little bit. It's very easy for it to do. You're down bad? No way. Send me a screenshot of the bet. Because some of your bets might not be good. I put in a few. You're definitely not down bad. Not as down as you were. Now it's just give it till the end of the day. It's gonna adjust. People are just like, slow to put their bets in. But technically, I would have went long right here on the next candle after inversing this gap and been stopped out. See, this all it needs is just a tiny retracement. It was like not worth it in this case. But now what we could have is we could pull back a little bit, maybe put in a 5-minute short-term low, and if we swing above that, I'd be much more comfortable going on. Oh, also we took out bigger sell side liquidity, so that's another thing that would invalidate actually going long. Actually, good thing I looked at that. I just don't like going long after it takes out lots of sell side. I feel like it's more likely to consolidate. Why for what? You mean why what? Why? They're so cooked. I think we're gonna see something else like this. And then maybe around here could be buying opportunity. Bitcoin, I mean, Bitcoin is scary because it could go to 60K. I feel like for next year, 60K Bitcoin definitely is. I'm gonna put a bet on that. After taking sell side, it's just because when we take major sell side, like prices are more likely to pull back before continuing lower or consolidate. So it's often going to hit sell side, then run out another 5-minute short term low. And that's just why there needs to be like also a limit to how far down price can go before I invalidate a sweep. So like this sweep, this isn't like a short term sweep and then price fluctuates higher and pulls back or seeks another 5-minute short term low. This is like after such a huge swing that like we haven't just taken out a short term low now, we've also taken out a very old special level of liquidity. So it's just kind of like, okay, let's reset, let's see, does the market want to continue going lower, is it going to pull back just real quick and then continue lower, because I don't want to get put into a position right around sell side as soon as it hits it, because that's when price is usually chopping, going both ways, getting ready for either a continued move or pullback. It's just very sensitive area, and it's not what the model's trying to capture. Like the model's trying to capture short-term fluctuations, and when we hit sell side, we don't really have those conditions. We've got conditions to consolidate, continue, or start a reversal, which needs a consolidation, or like a false pullback. Very rarely does price go down to sell side and just immediately start going higher on a 5-minute chart. Just moving a bunch of dust. There's a bunch of dust on my desk. I haven't been here so long. I need to clean it. Yeah, we're just gonna take a nap. Let me make sure I'm on the 5-minute chart. There might be another swing low. If it takes out the low here, then I can go for 1-minute inverse. There you go. Now again, bodies need to close beneath the bodies here. These two bodies. And then I can go along. Try and spot the inverse. Be a small inverse right here. Just gonna wait 1 more minute to see what the bodies do. Sleep for 1 minute. No, did not. I don't think this one's gonna close above. Oh, we can run them. I thought there was 3 seconds left. There's still 25 seconds. Okay. Oh, this is the Nasdaq. What am I doing? I gotta focus. Yeah. I'm distracted, yeah. I was literally sleeping. Of course. But it's okay, the trade's not here yet, so it's fine. In fact, look at the amount of distractions I have on my desk. I got a slinky. Hold on. I got some coins to flip. There you go. Slinky. $500 on heads. What does that mean? I got my favorite keychain to play with. A gigantic silver coin with the bear and bull fighting each other. A glass ball with a pyramid in it and sand. And a sandstorm. A citation, because I'm a criminal. I'm just joking. Yeah, it's my favorite keychain. Reminds me of this one girl. Smooth criminal. I've stolen your heart. No thank you. Oh my god, are we about to get an inverse finally? No. There you go. The smell of metal. The smell of cheap metal. Oh! Watch out. Could be a trade. Oh my lord. Silly. Me? No, I have something else too. Oh, what happened? What? Oh. Wait, this is NASDAQ. Oh my lord. I'm gonna go just take a nap. Wake me up when there's an entry. What did you say? You're getting off task. Well, too bad. Deal with it. This is the life of a trader. say, I'm gonna take a nap to call me when there's an entry. What? What the hell? Hell no, nobody's gonna call me when there's an entry. That's what I asked you to do. Oh my god, finally. A trade. And it's probably gonna lose. I would not be surprised if it loses, to be honest. Just because of how like beat up Bitcoin is. You know, would not surprise me. Yeah. Oh! Why is it? You see 220? But then the commissions are $50? Oh my god. They raped me. It's okay. Alright, back to sleep. Hello? No. Actually, yeah. Yes, I do. Uh, the second one. Yeah. Medium. Yeah. Bye. Thanks. Doesn't matter. Bye. Okay. Sure. Bye. Love you. I said I love you. I gotta go. I gotta go. No, that's fine. I said it. It doesn't matter. Okay, bye. Love you. a sweep. It could be another entry now. Let me just need another inverse. So we'd be looking at this one. But I don't know. Again, it could be very well just like the last time where we take an inverse and then our stop loss is way too tight relative to how fast price has been going down. I don't know if this is realistic. It coming all the way up here, but that's what the rules would say. Like, yeah, I don't know. Ugh. Okay, that's the second entry here. Wait, let me also figure out how much I would need equity. So 25, 616 minus 27. And you make $864 on this trade to pass the account, and I think this trade's like gonna be 1K because I'm missing 200, 5.05, 200 times 5.05, that's 1K. I'm trying to figure out how much I need to make. Every is 1,000 points. Oh, I just need to go to 864 points then. So 870 should be good. But there's probably gonna get stopped, to be honest. I already know the odds are gonna get stopped because it's just the way the market is this morning. Like with I thought of making a rule where if the range is like a certain amount of points, I'm just like 2025 model, like I'm done trading. But because I'm not really looking for the highest quality trades, I'm just looking for frequency. I want a lot of trades. I'm not gonna do that because then I need to define. Maybe in the future I will, but I need to define what is a large range for Bitcoin. Like for Nasdaq, I have an idea because I've been doing it for so long. I've been trading Nasdaq for so many years. I have a good idea of what a large range means for Nasdaq, but not for Bitcoin. I don't know for Bitcoin. Here I would have went long right here. 15-point stop. That would have been super small. Minimum 2 hour. Next one was strong. Nasdaq would have already won. So like Nasdaq would have been a W if I had taken it there. Bitcoin is selling. Yeah, it's gonna be a. Let me just close that before. Dang. Well, it is what it is. Well, it's almost 11. At this point, I've already taken 2 losses. This account, I only have $900 left on it because, the account went up to almost 1K, so the threshold is going to move up. I basically only have like 4 more chances. 3 or 4 losses in a row, I lose the account, but that should be fine. We shouldn't be in too much trouble. I just don't want to keep trading in this environment because the odds are in this environment that I'm gonna lose. Nolani said hi. What's up? Might have a sweep here. What's up, Nolani? Not Selena. No, this is on the NASDAQ though. Yeah, Bitcoin is for some reason, I don't know. It's not looking good. I just realized there was a short. Right here. But this wouldn't have been, this would have been stopped. Yeah. Yeah, it would have been stopped out. I don't know. I don't want to trade Bitcoin. NASDAQ looks way better than Bitcoin today. Like, it just looks... Sometimes, usually Bitcoin is better, but NASDAQ just looks more like it's willing to reach levels. Just need a sweep. Nice. Getting ready for work. That's nice. Ugh. You taking the bus? What do you mean popolo? No, you're not. Okay. We've been a sweep. Now I just need inverse fair value gap. Let's see if there's a sweep on Bitcoin. No, there isn't. What the heck? I can't have a popolo feeling. What do you mean? Are you a popolo? You're not a popolo. What does that mean? I don't know what's going on with Bitcoin. This thing is just an ass. Oh my god. Bitcoin's volatility just died. my god, I just realized I missed a trade. I was too busy. Well, whatever. There's not going to be another trade anyway. So, that being said, I hope everybody has a good day. And I'll be streaming tomorrow. Should be. So, I'll see everybody tomorrow if still be there. And yeah, pretty boring day today.